Hey everyone, welcome back. One thing that's always blown me away in tennis is just how incredibly fast these players are. I mean, it's mind-boggling.
Oh, yeah, for sure. The speed and agility out there on the court, it's insane.
Absolutely. So I thought it'd be fun to do a deep dive into a list we found called Top 10 Fastest Tennis Players of All Time.
Interesting.
Not just to run through the names, but to actually use it as a jumping off point
I like it.
to kind of explore the whole idea of what fastest even means in tennis.
Right. Like, what are we really measuring here? Is it just pure foot speed? Or is there more to it?
Yeah, exactly. So before we even get to the specific players, I'm curious, how would you, as an expert, define speed in tennis?
Well, it's definitely not just about sprinting, right?
Right.
I mean, that's part of it.
Sure.
But you got to think about things like first step quickness, how explosively a player reacts to their opponent's shot. That's
Oh,
huge.
yeah, that split-second reaction time.
Exactly. And then there's lateral movement, that side to side agility.
Right. Being able to cover the court like it's nothing.
Yeah, like they're on ice skates.
Okay, so with that in mind, let's look at some of these players. Gail Monfils, he's one of the first that jumps out at me from the list.
Oh, Monfils.
Yeah. The article even says he could dominate a top 100 tennis shots list. Like, his speed translates to these incredible, spectacular plays.
Yeah. Well, Monfils, he's all about turning defense into offense. He's so quick, he can get to these impossible shots, and then, boom, he's on the attack, hitting winners from, positions where most players wouldn't even dream of it.
So it's not just that he's fast. It's how he uses his speed to, flip the script on his opponent.
Absolutely. It's
Yeah.
totally unpredictable. Makes him such a fun player to watch.
For sure. Okay, now, at the very top of the list, we've got two names that probably surprised no one. Novak Djokovic and Rafael Nadal,
Two of the all-time greats.
both known for incredible court coverage,
Mm-hmm.
but their styles are so different. So how do their approaches to speed compare?
Well, with Djokovic, it's all about anticipation and precision. He reads the game so well, he's often moving before his opponent even hits the ball.
Wow, it's like he can see the future.
Almost. But Nadal, he's more about relentlessness. He might not always have perfect positioning, but he chases down every single ball.
It's like he never gives up on a point.
Exactly. He wears opponents down just through sheer willpower.
Fascinating. So, Djokovic, efficiency. Nadal, pure grit. All right, moving down the list a bit, we have Michael Chang, a name that might not be so familiar to younger fans.
Ching! Oh, yeah, he was something else.
I remember watching him. What made his speed so special?
Well, he was super quick, of course,
Right.
agile. But it was his mental toughness that really made his speed stand out. Like, remember that crazy match at the 1989 French Open?
Wait, the one where?
He hit that underhand serve.
Oh, yeah.
Out of nowhere, 17 years old, facing Ivan Lendl, pure desperation, but it worked. His speed let him take that risk.
That's wild. I mean, it shows that speed isn't just physical, it's mental, too. It gives you options.
Exactly. You can outsmart your opponent, be more creative.
Love that. Now, we also have Andy Murray on this list.
Ah, yes, Murray.
The article highlights his, massive list of achievements over his career. And it seems like speed was a key part of his success, his longevity.
Oh, definitely. Murray's not the flashiest player, but his court coverage, incredibly efficient. He anticipates well, gets to the ball quickly, makes his opponents work so hard for every point. That consistency built on his speed and agility, that's his trademark.
That makes sense. So we've looked at how these individual players use their speed.
Right.
But stepping back a bit, how do you think speed has evolved in tennis overall?
Well, the game has definitely gotten much faster in recent decades. The surfaces, for one thing.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Going from grass to more hard courts, the ball bounces higher, travels quicker, requires faster reactions from players, more explosive movement.
I see what you mean.
And then you've got the advances in racket technology. Lighter, more powerful frames, players hitting winners from further back, which puts even more pressure on speed.
Wow, so it's like a chain reaction.
Well-
Each change making speed more important.
Exactly.
Now, of course, we can talk about speed without mentioning the women's game. This list includes legends like Serena Williams and Maria Sharapova.
Amazing athletes.
How does their speed compare to what we see in the men's game?
It's tricky, apples and oranges in some ways. But looking at the women's tour specifically, both Williams and Sharapova, they were dominant forces, Serena especially. Power and speed, unbelievable combination. Her ability to hit winners from defensive positions
Yeah.
changed the game.
It's crazy how one player's speed can literally impact an entire sport. And speaking of legends, We can't leave out Roger Federer. Now, Federer, he's not the first name that comes to mind when you think pure speed. He's more about, that beautiful, almost effortless style. So how does he fit in here?
Well, Federer, he's the master of efficiency. He might not be the fastest in a straight sprint,
Right.
but his movement, it's so fluid, so economical. He's always in the perfect position.
It's like he's playing chess, always thinking a few moves ahead.
Exactly. So he makes it look easy.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Now, before we wrap things up, I got to point out, this article links to other interesting lists.
Oh, yeah. Like what?
Well, like top 10 greatest tennis matches of all time.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, we might have to do a deep dive on that someday.
Definitely lots to talk about there.
Okay, so as we wrap up our look at the fastest tennis players,
Yeah.
what are your big takeaways? What stood out to you?
I think the big takeaway for me is that speed in tennis is so much more than just running fast. It's about agility, anticipation, court coverage,
Right.
and that mental aspect, being able to make split-second decisions under pressure.
So well said. It's that combination of the physical and the mental.
Yeah.
That's what makes it so amazing to watch. And to all of you listening, we'll leave you with this question to ponder. If you could combine the speed of one player on this list with the technique of another, who would you choose and why? Let us know what you think. And until next time, keep exploring the incredible world of tennis.